and around the world.
Joining us now over the phone is I-24 News correspondent in London, Jonathan Sacerdoti. Jonathan, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So just yesterday we spoke of Theresa May and we wondered what her approach towards Israel might be, and maybe we received somewhat of a hint last night.
That's right. Last night she actually dined in a private dinner with the Chief Rabbi of the United Kingdom. This was a plan that had been made before she knew she would be Prime Minister this evening, but this is a plan that she kept to. And while the Chief Rabbi's office is making no comment on this, as it was a private meal, it is clear to those watching that the fact that she kept this commitment, even the night before becoming Prime Minister, when many could have understood her cancelling it, rearranging it, and spending the night organising her cabinet plans for today, instead of that, she decided to honour that commitment, which is typical of the way Theresa May behaves, according to all reports, in all of her arrangements. But also, it's seen as a great commitment to the Jewish community in the UK, who she's often expressed her solidarity with, especially in the face of rising anti-Semitism.
Right. And what is, more generally speaking, the public opinion of Theresa May on this very special day for her, I'm sure?
Well, as she takes office this afternoon and evening, people will be watching very carefully to see who she chooses for her cabinet. And she hasn't been briefing or leaking any of those details. Again, perhaps different to some people previously who've taken office as Prime Minister who would give hints beforehand. And that's when people will start to see exactly what directions she's deciding to take the government in. For now, there are hints of what she thinks in many different areas of policy, but because she's stayed so long in the same role in government, people say often that they don't have a firm idea of her foreign policy, for example, or even other policies that she'll now have to decide on as the Prime Minister. There are hints from things she said over the past. You've seen there some of the things she's voted on, sometimes for, sometimes against equalizing rights for gay people, sometimes for, sometimes against other issues, and her record also on the Iraq War. These are all just clues, though. Now she's Prime Minister. She's going to have to take firm positions and lead the government and the country decisively at this time of uncertainty.
Yeah. What do we learn from the fact that we don't know so much about her, even though she's been around so long?
In a way, she's been spared the, let's say, indignity or the clarity that the nation would have had about her of the 5-week period of campaigning. She's rather unencumbered by any promises she's had to make during that period, and even more by any promises she's had to make to an electorate to get elected as Prime Minister, because she's never done that. This is somebody who is Prime Minister because fewer than 200 people voted for her within her own party, and then the leadership contest was cancelled as she was the only remaining candidate left. So we don't know a huge amount about her policies in those areas, but we do know that she's seen as a solid pair of hands, a sensible, unshakable woman who people think will be a reliable leader at a time when there is a lot of decision-making to be done ahead.
Yeah, we'll certainly wish her luck. Meanwhile, what's happening at the Labour Party?
The Labour Party leadership contest is going the opposite way from the Conservative Party. We've seen now that last night there was the result of a 6-hour meeting when the Labour leadership have decided that Jeremy Corbyn would be included on the list of potential candidates to lead the party. This was something that some had been pushing for him not to be included on because he didn't have the confidence of enough of the members of Parliament in the Labour Party. However, as the incumbent, he's now had himself judged to be worthy of being on that list. So now there is the risk that even with 2 contenders facing up to him, he may in fact be elected again as the leader of the Labour Party, which could tear apart that party.
We will keep watching the situation there. Jonathan Sacerdoti in London, thank you so much.